Hey TOTALmtg fans, so today I am doing a little deck tech and we are going to have some gameplay too. This will be a bit of a different format that I do where sometimes I do like 3 matches with a deck and put up 3 different videos. What I'm going to do today is a deck tech and then just jam loads of games in, so it's going to be a bit of a longer session. Just get me practicing ready for when I start doing my streams. Can't really see. I've got a new webcam. Look at that, guys. TOTALmtg t-shirts. Ooh. Anyway, guys, my wife made that for me. It's a bit glittery. I was hoping you can see it on camera, but unless I sit upright like this, you're not going to see it. So I'll have to adjust for that next time. So, guys, the deck we are going to play today is a mono blue prison in standard. It's been around. It's not my deck. I found it online. Can't remember who made it offhand. But it's my type of deck. It's so fun to play. I've made the sideboard a little bit touch different to what it is. But anyway, let's start looking at the deck. So we can start with something easy. The lands. It's all islands. We have 24 islands. Lovely full art island there. That's all we have. So basically the idea is you just keep taking... It's like a taking turns deck, but we only have part of the Waterveil to take the extra turn. And you can win the game by either like having a rise from the tides... that resolves. Hopefully you'll have loads of these in the graveyard. And then Rise from the Tides will put a 2/2 black zombie token into battlefield, tap for each instant and sorcery. As we run absolutely no creatures, we have 36 spells. That is the way to win. But to be honest, in practice, the way I've been winning is by doing multiple awakens of part of the Waterveil. That's the way I've won. I've never actually won with Rise from the Tides yet, which is quite hilarious since that's the main win con. But I have been winning with this, making creatures, then making another one, just keep attacking in. Obviously clearing the board first, maybe with an Engulf the Shores or something like that. So let's get on to the deck. Artifact we run 4 Prism Rings. Enters the battlefield, choose colour, so obviously it's going to be blue. When you cast a spell of the chosen colour, you can gain 1 life. Get a couple of these on the field, 2, even 3 sometimes, your life just goes mental. You know, I've been up to 50, 60 life before. It's absolutely insane. So we're going to go into some of the card draw here to go wheel through our deck. We have Anticipates, 4 of them. Look at the top 3 cards of your library. Put one of them into your hand, excuse me, and the rest onto the bottom of your library in any order. Also around 4 Nagging Thoughts. Look at the top 2 cards of your library. Put one of them into your hand and the other into graveyard. Also you can play for its Madness cost, but it's the same cost as well. What else have we got here? Right, to make things cheaper, J6 Sanctum costs 4. But it does make our instant and sorcery spells you cast 1 less to cast. And when you cast it, you get to scry. When you cast an instant sorcery, you get to scry 1, which is, it's pretty handy as well. Helps us find what we need to do, whether we need to get our Rise and Tides, or maybe an Engulf the Shores, or maybe we need to shuffle them all back in with Days Undoing. We run 3 of these. Each player shuffles his or her hand graveyard into the library, then draws 7 cards. Then you have to end the turn. Exiles all cards on the stack. But this is pretty good, if for some reason, we've had our Rise on the Tides dressed away and maybe we're just drawing absolutely nothing, we can go and do a Day's Undoing, shuffle it all back in and basically just start all over. More card drawing, Pore over the pages, got 4 of these. You draw 3 cards and untap 2 of our islands and then you have to discard a card. But sometimes helps if you want to discard a card, if it's, a card you don't need, maybe like a Hydrolash, gets ready to make the Rise from the Tides bigger. Also, like I just said, Hydrolash sort of slows our opponent down a little bit if we're on a bit of a beat train. Nice if they're all small creatures, because basically, sometimes they're just attacking for naught, and we get to draw a card. It's instant speed. So that's a pretty sweet card. One of my favourite cards, being a blue player from Shadows over Innistrad, was Engulf the Shore. Return all to their own hand, all creatures with toughness less than the number of islands, and as we run all islands, we can usually hit something pretty big and then take the rest of the field back with them. So, the main part of the deck, like I said, is part of the Waterveil. You take an extra turn off this one, then you have to exile it. Ideally, you'd like to play it with Awaken, so it gives you a big 6/6 creature. But if not, you just need to keep doing it so you can, maybe you resolve a Rise from the Tides, and if you're lucky enough to play that in one turn, very, very doubtful because, they're quite expensive to play. But, maybe you played it, next turn you can do this or that. Yeah, it works out pretty well. But like I said, I have been winning games mainly with, the Awaken of this and just basically clearing the field and then coming in for a couple of attacks. It doesn't make, you know, once you do one attack, ooh, get rid of that. You know, once if you can get another one down, then you're attacking for 6, 12, 18. You know, as long as they've not got a big life gain, they're usually doing enough damage to kill them, or they will quit. Another reason why I'm doing this deck, you know, going to try and jam some games, is because a lot of people do quit against this deck, and it's very hard for me to just constantly film, you know, a match. I have to restart, refilm, do another one. So we're going to get to see some gameplay, and hopefully we get some to see. And it takes time as well, this deck. You know, some games can take, you know, one game, can take like 13, 14 minutes. But it is a fun deck. You know, you're going through, if you like these, you know, especially if you're like sort of control player, you're just going through mono. If you play mono blue turns in modern as well, this is really fun. You know, to play it in standard. So we will now go on to the sideboard. We have a one of Dispel, couple of invasive surgeries, counter target sorcery spell. We got a full play set of negates, all self-explanatory really. Just in case you want to bring in a creature, we've got Thing in Ice. Do love Thing in Ice. I put it in the sideboard. Got 4 of these. Obviously we've got a lot of spells, no creatures, so if we want to bring this in, it can be pretty easy to flip. A couple more counter spells in Spell Shrivel. And then I'm running a couple of Jason Unraveler Secrets. You know, it's good as a distraction sometimes. Helps a scry, draw a card. Return, you know, an annoying creature back to the hand. And of course the ultimate is whenever an opponent casts his first spell each turn, they get to counter that spell. So guys, this was the quick little deck tip, just showing you what the deck does before we start playing. So now we will go to the play lobby and see if we can get some matches. It's quite early over in the UK at the moment. Well, not too early. It's a bit before 9, so it's not exactly very early. So we're going to see in all my decks there. So we're going to go and hopefully get a match with the Mono Blue Prison. So hopefully we won't have to wait too long before we get our first matchup. Here, come on, here we go. Until now, you just have to see my face on the screen over there. So we're going to play a bit of fun matches. And then if we can't get a match, maybe we'll go to do a bit of tournament practice as well. We can go and do that. So this is I'm using my new webcam, guys. Hopefully it's coming through pretty well. And I'm using my new monitor as well. If you follow me on Twitter or Instagram, you will see that. So I'm just getting ready to do some live streaming on YouTube. So you have to watch out for that. I think I will do a little video advertising the first scheduled up, but I think it's going to be this Thursday, all being well. Just got to check my work schedule. So anyway, let's have a look at our open hand. It's not brilliant, to be honest. We've got Jace's Sanctum, we've got lands, part of the Waterveil, Engulf the Shores. We've got no card draw down. We could be a little bit too slow here. We could get the 4th land in playing Engulf the Shores, but we don't know what we're playing. We're just going to mulligan that first hand. And we basically get the same hand again. Oh, that's terrible. We're going to mulligan again. Probably get no land. Yeah, I was just about to say we're going to get no land now. And down to that. And 3 lands. So thank you very much, Wizards. The first opening game. You have given us absolute tosh. So we will go in. So this could be a very quick game, this first game, guys. We're not really going to get to see the deck much. But, you know, when you start doing live recording like this is what happens sometimes. You know, I don't try to restart the videos just till I get the perfect hands. I'm sure some people do. So we've got down a fairy, a miscreant there. But we can't play anything. We play a Jace's Sanctum, which is our enchantment, which is instant sorcery, cost 1 less to cast. So we're playing a blue player. Oh, we're playing a mono blue player. This would be quite funny. Mono blue against mono blue. Obviously no idea what we're playing yet, but he's played his fairy miscreant. So, blue-green. Okay. Plays that. We'll have to yield to end of turn. He is going to peck us for 1. Yeah, so like I say, guys, I'm going to do some live streaming. Probably the first time will be this week on Thursday. So I'll hopefully be putting this video up very soon. Then it'll fall in line with that. So we're going to play a Nagging Thoughts here. Look at the top 2 cards low. Put one of them into your hand and the other into your graveyard. So we have a Prism Ring, but I think I'll take the island so we can get Jace's Sanctum online. And we will pass the turn. yeah, I did a practice session the other day, which went up on the channel. You know, it was quite good actually. I didn't advertise, didn't do nothing at all, and people just come along and started watching it. It seemed really fun. Interacting in the chat, they were sort of helping me make decisions in sideboards and stuff like that. It was really fun. So what I do, you know, I'll pick decks that I'm going to do and just say streaming with this on YouTube, and hopefully everyone will join in. We'll get some decks, and also what I'm going to do as well is have nights where I just play, you know, play subscribers if they're on MTGO. We can go and play, and you know, you can battle me and give me some beatdowns. So we're playing maybe some kind of ramp deck here. We played Nissa's Pilgrimage then. We've got our Jace's Sanctum, but we've got absolutely nothing in hand. We need some serious card draw here. Could do with drawing a Pore over the pages. Let's just draw 3 cards. If we can. Playing some kind of Simic deck here. Obviously not sure what it is yet. It does seem some sort of rampy sort of deck. Playing the Pilgrimage, having Leaf Guilders. Eldrazi Sky Spawner. So this would be a good time to draw and Engulf the Shores. We could send them all back. Be a perfect time for Engulf the Shores. So we would just yield to end of turn. Hopefully we've not been on much of a beatdown. And we draw another land, so we're going to take a bit of a beating here. So we might go on to game 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He can hit us 4 next turn. Still not going to give up yet. You know, we could, if we draw and Engulf the Shores, that could help us out a little bit. But of course, he could have a negate in hand. If he's attacking in. Yes, he's attacking in. Come on. So yeah, have to let me know if you like this format. We'd like the deck tech, then going straight into some gameplay. You know, I quite like doing this sometimes. Makes it a bit different. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh, we're nearly dead there. Down to 1. So even if we draw and Engulf the Shores, we'd be in trouble anyway. He's got another Leaf Gilder. Yeah, so, you know, this is a bit different doing it this way. Just where we jam loads of games in, so you can sort of come back to the video if it's a bit long. Anticipate. Well, we're playing Anticipate just to see what we draw. Oh, it only costs 1, doesn't it? So we get to Scry. I don't think there's anything really that can save us here. Put that to the bottom. Rise from the Tides is not good enough. Pour over pages we could do, but it's only going to untap 2. So we'll concede that game and we will go on to the next match. Next game, sorry. As long as he doesn't quit. So we're playing Simic Ramp here. Thing in Ice may be pretty good here. He's got little beatdowns. But it does give us blockers. So I will bring in them. Hydrolash does seem pretty good because they're so smallest creatures. But don't really want to take out the card draw. Could get rid of the life gain. Because if we're stopping that, you know, life gain's probably, you know, he's only got a little tiny little creature. He did boost one up there with the Might of the Masses. But he's got, you know, he's going to get quite a lot of creatures. So this might be wrong, but I'm going to take them out. Could bring in Invasive Surgery for the Nissa's Pilgrimages, possibly. But I like pretty much everything else that's in there, really. We're going to go as we are. Go as we are. Yeah, so like I say, let me know what you think of this type of format. Jamming in loads of games and doing a deck tech at the start as well. If you haven't seen our new video that I put up, which is advertising our new series that I'm going to do, which is Modern Tribal on a bit of a budget. Go and watch that video. I was quite proud of that video that I made. Very sad, but it took me quite a while to make. Testing my editing skills. Right, we've got a Thing in Ice, and we've got a Nagging Thoughts, and we've got a Day's Undoing. Excuse me, I've got a sore throat today. I'm going to have a bit of a drink. Just so I can keep talking. Right, here we go. So we're going to lead off with our island. So at least we get to keep 7 this turn. This time. Pass it over. And our opponent didn't really see much of our deck, what we were doing. Because we did go down to 3 was it, I think. So let's play our Thing of Ice. And pass the turn over. We will yield till the end of turn, because I don't think he's got anything with haste. Elvish Visionary gets to draw a card. Play our Nagging Thoughts. Triggers the Thing in Ice. Probably going to be a bit wary now of playing all these creatures, obviously, with Thing in Ice there. Ooh, Pore over Pages. Jace's Sanctum. We're down to 3. Jace's Sanctum would be nice, but I like the card draw. You know, we've not got much in our hand at the moment, so probably Pore over the Pages will be better for us. And we got the 2 islands, so we can get up to the 5 to play it as well. TOTALmtg t-shirt. It's very sparkly, guys, isn't it? My wife using her cameo machine again. Maybe I should get these on sale. Have all our lovely subscribers go around and advertise us. So we're facing a couple of visionaries here. Drew another land, which isn't great. We could do Days Undoing, maybe disrupt his hand. Possibly. Maybe could have done that. But he doesn't seem to be playing much at the moment. And this is a Pilgrimage. So I revealed a couple of forests. I mean, Hydrolash, I don't really want to use it, but if he does attack him with 2, I'll probably do it just to trigger this and draw a card. Just helps us do that and gets us to draw another card. And we take no damage. He could use his Might the Masses here if he's got it, but very doubtful if he does. So we get another island out the way. We don't need to block because he's got nothing. So, oh, and another island. So I'm glad I kept the Pore over the Pages, really. So we'll attack that. And possibly we will be able to trigger this turn. We're not too sure. So we get to untap 2 of the islands. And we will discard another island. So we didn't draw anything decent there, really. Was hoping for, you know, anticipate any spell, Nagging Thought, just so we could flip that over and get an attack in. But we do have a part of the Waterveil, so we could, next turn, take that. But I do like sending the creatures back and getting a free attack, because it just gives him blocks, and it sort of wastes a turn. If you can't get through, you know, he's just going to block with the Elvish Visionaries. So I could do a Days Undoing. I've got thinking about it. What am I doing? It's going to send him back to his hand anyway, because they're not horror creatures. Duh. But he is ramping up quite a lot here. He's got 6 land down. He's going to get 2 more in. And he could have a negate in hand now. But he's ramping up pretty quick. So we could do a Days Undoing here. Or a part the Waterveil, so we get to take an extra turn. I think, ooh, let's risk it. Let's risk it. Part the Waterveil, trigger. So we're going to trigger anyway. So even if he does negate it, we're still, yeah, I thought a negate might be coming. Is it negate? Yeah, we knew negate was coming. But he's still going to flip the other guys back. Because it is when you cast. So that's a shame he got negated there, but hey. What you gonna do? We're gonna get in for 7. And then we've got a Days Undoing next turn to maybe do if we don't draw anything else. Because we have definitely got flooded out this turn. 8. So what could he play for 8? Oblivion Sower maybe? Another Elvish Visionary to draw a card. So he's going through his deck, see what he wants to find. Scion Summoner, what's that one? Enter battle, put 1 on Sky, gets him at Scions. He's going to get blockers for days here. So we definitely need an Engulf the Shore. So we could play a Day's Undoing and hopefully replenish our hand. So he's got loads and loads of blockers. But 2, 3, 4, 5. Hasn't got the Gate mana up. Could have Invasive Surgery, I suppose. Oh, we've got Nagging Thoughts. So let's see what we draw in Nagging Thoughts. That's what we want. Engulf the Shores. And how many islands we got? We got 7, so that's good. So we get to keep the Engulf the Shores. Sorry, we get to keep our Awaken Horror because we've only got down, so that works out pretty good. So we're doing Engulf the Shores. And he does have a Dispel. Jesus. I mean, he left 1 blue mana up, but, you know, to have a Dispel in hand. So we will just attack in. Pass the turn over. That was a bit unfortunate there. You know, that would have been a nice move for us to send them all back. And then the Judge Sky Spawner. She's got so many blockers. We need to resolve a. You know, maybe I should have brought in the gates as well. Thinking about it, or maybe I'll Dispel. Reckless Bushwhacker gives them all plus. We've got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. If he's got a Might the Masses, yeah, definitely thinking we should have got rid of the Days Undoing now. But you can't see into the future. You don't know what they got. If we resolve that and Engulf the Shores there, we're basically winning the game nearly. Interesting if he's leaving a blocker back, which he is. But, you know, Days Undoing, we can shuffle around and we could send them all back at the beginning of his end. If we draw one, we're going to take 10 here. Do you have a Might the Masses? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Down to 4. And in trouble. Right, what do we draw? Oh, another land. So we might as well attack anyway. We're dead on board. We're dead on board anyway. Then play the Days Undoing and see what we draw. Hopefully he hasn't got another negate in hand with the 2 cards he's got left. We have a Hydrolash, which, as long as he hasn't got any pumps, is going to help us out a bit. Depends what he's got, though. I'm assuming with all those cards in hand, he's got something. We'll attempt to do that. Depends what he's got. Do we survive in the first game? Oh, he survived there, just about. He's got a full lot of... You know, he's got everything in hand now. We need him to tap out the blue and we need to draw and engulf the shores. So, we need to resolve our anticipate and get a bit lucky. He's tapped out his blue there, which is okay. Can tap an untapped creature though. We shall anticipate. Oh, Hydrolash. Gonna take the anticipate. Ship them to any order. And we need to dig. Unfortunately, it's going to send our own Awakened Horror back. But that's the only way we can survive at the moment. It's the only way we can survive. Right, we need a bit of luck. We're still in this game. Oh, we draw another land. So, we can anticipate maybe first, or we could do Pore over pages, draw the 3 cards. And then we get to untap 2. So, it costs 5, so we go back to 6 mana. So we'll play Pore over pages. And what does he have? The negate? Yeah, he's got the negate. So now we can't play our other one. So we're going to anticipate. Maybe we should have left off with the anticipate first. Part of the Waterveil. Island, Nagging Thoughts. Makes no difference what we take here, because we are dead. So we're going to go on to the second match now. We've just lost to Simic Ramp, unfortunately. So I'm just keeping a track of what decks we're going to play so I can put in the description, guys. So we will battle on again. We're unlucky in that first game. Well, we weren't unlucky. First game we're unlucky. We didn't draw much in that second one there. But we'll go on to match 2 and hopefully we get a bit luckier in this game. See what we're going to play against. While we're playing our mono blue prison deck. So we've got 3 lands. Engulf the Shore's got Nagging Thoughts. Yeah, I'm going to keep this one. Don't press the mulligan. So, our opponent is going first. Here we go. We are playing white, Thraben Inspector, so it could be humans. Green-white humans, maybe one of the most popular decks around at the moment. I certainly guess from the turn 1 Thraben, of course, could be anything. Attacking us with our Thraben. No turn 2 play. Okay. We will head off with our Nagging Thoughts. See what we draw. We have another Nagging Thoughts and a Jace's Sanctum. So I'm going to take the Nagging Thoughts. And we will pass the turn over. Yeah, if you make this deck, guys, let me know how you get on. Really like this deck. You know, although the first game didn't really prove what it can do. Hopefully we will before my session's over. We can see it go off. So reveal the plains, play the port town, blue-white humans. Eldrazi, oh, another Eldrazi Sky Spotter. So we're playing these little decks again. But we do have an Engulf the Shores there. We'll play another Nagging Thoughts, go through our deck, see what we can get. Well, the choice is an Anticipate or an Anticipate, so we'll take an Anticipate. There we go. And pass the turn. Got Engulf the Shores, got Jace's Sanctum now. It can attack us here, take us to 14. Is he leaving up mana? Reveal another plane, so he's got planes in hand. Is he tapping out here? Tapping out for a Gideon. Whoa. So, Planeswalkers are hard for us to deal with. I'm tempted to send all these back now, just in case he's got counterspell or anything like that. You know, we'll be taking a bit of a beating next turn, so I think I'm just going to do this now until he's got, you know, the mana up. Does mean when he plays them down he gets more, but it, you know, saves us a turn there of another attack, taking us down even further. Would have took us to 8, but he's got a Gideon there, which he can obviously activate. That's okay when we got the 5th land, because we can send it back to his hand. But Gideon is a bit of a problem, as Gideon always is. So we're obviously playing some type of blue-white human-y sort of deck, soldier deck maybe, but Sky Spawn doesn't really go with it, but gets his army down again. So we've unfortunately come up against 2 very speedy decks at the moment. I mean, the format is speedy at the moment, so you know. But this deck does win games, trust me, guys. You watch, I go the whole session without winning. But at least you're getting to see some gameplay and you get to see lots of decks. Oh, there we go. So let's hope he hasn't got the negate in hand. Engulf the Shores, send them all back. Saves us a little turn. Bygone Bishop. And Knight to the White Orchid. Okay. So we do have Days Undoing here, which possibly pretty good because we know he's got Gideon in hand. The worry is that obviously he could pay something else. We could get a Jace's Sanctum on, then it would only cost us 2. So we'll probably do that. Although, you know, it doesn't need 2 creatures on the board, but it's what we need to do. We take a chance that, you know, we know he's got Gideon. He might pull another Gideon, but we take the chance. And we draw Anticipate Hydrolash. We got another Engulf the Shores, which is pretty good, but we refill our opponent's hand as well. Let's see if we drew another Gideon. Got a Knight of the White Orchid. Okay. Going to take us to 5 here, so we're living on the edge again. Okay, so he's got some clues out there. We do have a Hydrolash in hand as well, so even if it's Engulf the Shores. We could do maybe Pore over the pages. Going to untap us to have 4. Or do we leave this up just in case, you know, he's got a counter spell in hand? So we'll wait to see if he plays a Gideon. Or do we send these back? It's hard when you're playing around Gideon because I haven't got much to deal with it. So, you know, you could play it, turn it into a soldier, and then Engulf the Shores will hit it. Going to play Hydrolash because that stops all attacks, and he may think that then. Actually, we're going to put that on top. We could do is gaining a bit of life. So we get to free draw it, and then we don't take any damage. And we can then possibly play and anticipate them. See what we can draw. He's got a Thraben Inspector. And maybe if he drops his hand here, I might even do the Engulf the Shores again. Possibly, I don't know. See what he does here. We're doing anticipate. So we get to do... We don't want that. Days Undoing. And our opponent has quit the game. As I say, guys, this is what a lot of people do when I'm playing it. That's why I'm doing it like that. Just so we can just jam a lot of games off. People do tend to quit quite often when you're playing this deck. You know. Not all the time. I mean, I do jam quite a lot of games in. But, I mean, maybe that guy just had to go. He had a pretty strong hand there. You know, had a full deck of full hand of cards. And he had loads of creatures on the board. And he played a creature. So I'm assuming something else happened there. So, here we go again. So, one land, no good. So, we will mulligan that. Whoa, Days Undoing, Days Undoing. We'll keep it. If anything, we're just going to disrupt our opponent's hand. So, we're just going to do that. And depending on what we draw, obviously. So, we will play the island and pass the turn. See what we draw, because it's good to have Days Undoing in hand anyway. And we have a Hydrolash, but we need a bit more card draw. Blue. We're coming up against a lot of blue today, guys. A lot of blue. So we will yield. To end the turn. Yeah, I mean, that last game, I think, you know, we had a bit in hand. Maybe we could have come back from that. We had a prison. We're going to start gaining a bit of life. We were definitely going to annoy him by sending back the creatures and everything like that. So we could definitely, you know, we weren't going to die straight away. And if he pulled another Gadian, we had the Engulf the Shores ready. I'm tempted to Days Undoing now already, to be honest. But it's just that we have absolutely nothing in hand. Let's do it now. Maybe it's the wrong move, but there's nothing in the graveyard to shuffle in, but I'm just not happy with that hand and probably shouldn't have kept that hand. Does he have a negate? No. Oh, Clash of Wills. So obviously he does like his hand, so I might bash off the other Days Undoing now if he likes his hand. Depending on what he plays, of course. See what he plays. Beastcaller Servant with haste, so he could have even more counter spells there. I'm assuming he's got something because he didn't attack with it and he could have just got a free attack in. So maybe he had another Clash or something like that. We could have got around Clash of Wills for one though, to be honest. Couldn't have got around the negate though. So we will take the 1. Traverse the Ulm Vault. So he gets to search his library. Reveal a base land card, put it in his hand. So if he's aiming for a Delirium type deck, that's probably why he didn't want Days Undoing going. So let's test it out, see what he's got in hand. Pour over the pages. Untap 2 lands. Discard a card. Ooh, we'll discard one of the Hydrolashes. So we can play a Prism Ring. Hopefully that resolves. I assume it will, because he would have surely negated the Pore over pages. And then we will pass the turn. So we've got a bit of life gain on there now. See what we're going to play. So yeah, guys, any decks you want me to try and make, you know I do make fun sort of decks. I'd love to get Coco's on my MTG account, but they're just so dear. I've got them in card form, obviously, but they're so dear that it's hard to get them on MTGO. And none of my friends that I play against have got any to lend me some either. So, you know, that's always a way that we sort of send cards between us. When you know, if each of us have got a good card, we sort of lend them each other. So we can do that. So, come on. We don't really know what we're playing here. It seems like maybe some kind of delirium, Simic delirium. We played Simic before as well, so... we've got another Pore over the pages there. So we will play that. Gets us to gain that life back. Draw 3 cards, untap 2 lands. Put the Waterveil right. So we're getting up there. So we have to discard a card here. Gonna discard Hydrolash, I think. We need Jace's Sanctum would be really good here. If we can get one with the Nagging Thoughts, that'd be great. Oh, we've got another Prism Ring. Actually, though, we need land. We're going to take the land here because we want to get up to the Awaken for part of the Waterveil. We definitely don't want to be Days Undoing at the moment with Rise from the Ties there. But I'm a bit wary of his Clash of Wills and stuff like that. It does sort of bode whether you... Tell me what you think, guys, whether Negate maybe should be in the main deck. Possibly. Let me know. Gaia's Revenge. Okay. So, I think it's time to Rise from the Tides. Possibly, if we're not dead already. Because even if you send that back to his hand, unfortunately, it's not going to do a lot. Because obviously he's got haste, so he can just play it again. There's the Jace's Sanctum. Oh, we're a bit away from, you know, part of the Waterveil extra turn. We're doing absolutely brilliant here. But we can't play it. So we're going to take 9 next turn. So we need to cast this. Although they come in tapped. But, you know, it's going to get us some blockers. We go up to 13 life. And we get to put down, I think, 6 or 7 of these. 6 of these. So if he's got another Gaia's Revenge, we're just dead. Which he could well do. He's tapping all out. Has he got another Gaia's Revenge? TOTALmtg comes in as a Gaia's Revenge, so it gives it haste. And we are dead, guys. Unfortunately, you know, we're just a turn behind there. So we couldn't do anything. So we concede that game. So we're playing Simic. Don't know what you call it, right? Simic TOTALmtg. So that was a good game there. But we are yet to win. Well, we did win the last match because he quit. So, Invasive Surgery seems pretty good here. Prisms, oh, it does gain us the life, but what to bring in here, guys? Hydrolash seems pretty bad if he's got massive guys. Thing in Ice, possibly. Spell Shrivels, because he was tapping out. Maybe we'd need a bit more counter. Bring in a couple of Negates, Invasive Surgery, but there's only 2 in the sideboard to, you know, to hit his other stuff there. Maybe take out 1 Jace's Sanctum. Jace Unravel a Secret Scroll and return target creature to its owner's hand, but Gaia's can't be the target. We're going to keep it as that. Keep it as that. I don't really want to get rid of Jace's Sanctum because we need to get them down as early as we can, really. We're bringing a couple of counter spells. But although Gaia's Revenge actually can't be countered, thinking about it, so maybe that was silly, you know, not bringing it in to counter that. But he may have other big stuff as well, but obviously Gaia's can't be countered. Ooh, this hand. The hands are not being nice to us this morning. Tap 3, go for a Days Undoing, but it's pretty rubbish. So we're gonna mulligan that one. We draw 2 lands. We're gonna keep that. We get to scry. We get our next land, so we put that on top. Got our Anticipate for turn 2. Play our land, and we will pass the turn. So we're not having much luck here at the moment, guys. Let's hope we don't go the whole video without winning a game. That'd be hilarious. Really showcasing a deck. Or is it just my bad play? I don't think I've played particularly bad at the moment. I'm just, you know, not having much luck. Playing some good decks. Which I do find you do find on the funds that you still play really good decks. We will pass the turn over. And it's a lot easier to get a game on this than the other ones I find anyway. Especially at this time of day. Oh, so hopefully he hasn't got a clash as I'm going to... I nearly anticipated first then. Let's hope we don't walk into a clash here. I was going to do it before he put his blue land down. Don't have a clash. Yeah, he's got it. Negate. Well, I suppose that's a better thing to negate than anything we got on the bottom here, but it does mean he may have another one in hand. So, we will have to pass the turn. Maybe there was a case to play it, you know, in my turn, but, you know, normally you want to play afterwards. So, we're going to have to attempt to jam the Jace's Santa, possibly walking into a Clash of Wills here, but we can't. We don't want to hold back. We need to get this online as quickly as we can. Hopefully he hasn't got another counter spell, which he has. Clash of Wills for 1. So, how many more counter spells has he got? We've got 2 Pore over the pages there. But if we hold back, we just get so far behind then, guys. We just wait till he ramps out, plays what's known to be not countered, and then we, you know, fall further behind. So, pretty much Invasive Surgery is the only one that can stop our Pore over the pages, but he's tapped out for that. To play another beast called a Servant. Okay. Attacks in for 1. Right. Part the Waterveil. Tap all them, get to draw some cards. And we draw loads of land. We don't want to get rid of either of them, really. So we have to get rid of a land, even though I really want that land. But we don't want to get rid of Spell Shovel. We definitely don't want to get rid of Pore over the pages or part of the Waterveil. 2 for 5. Unfortunately, he can play his big guy now. 3 for 5, 6. Is it cost 7? Is it? Can't remember. The Gehrk. Gehrk's Revenge. Great card, that is. Oh, he's attacking in for 2 there. Okay, anything else? No. Days Undoing in hand, but we don't really want to do that. Attempt to play this, but he could obviously have another counter spell because he's left all the mana up, which he does not, which is pretty good. So we have to discard a card here. Days Undoing, I really want the land. I want the Spell Shrivel. I want Engulf the Shores. So unfortunately, I'm going to have to get rid of Days Undoing. But then he might think that I've got another one in hand. So we can't counter the Gaias, unfortunately. He's got a lot of mana there. Cantos pays 4. So he's open to 8 mana. So he's casting a creature spell. So what is it? Oh, he didn't tap out one more. So we could get him to tap out here, which I think is probably for the best, because then you know, if he wants to play it, he's going to have to tap out, and then that gives us our Engulf the Shores. No, he didn't want to tap out. Okay. He wanted to leave mana up. Interesting. So we will pass the turn. Interestingly, didn't want to, you know, tap out for that there. He's obviously worried about what I'm going to do next turn. Only 2 cards in hand. Let's try and engulf the shores and see what he does. Let's just see what he does. We took the 2 damage there. So maybe we could have saved that, but I want to do it at the end of turn just to see if, you know, what he's got in hand. Oh, he's saving that. Jesus. Okay. Still goes back. But it does get him to draw a card. So we've got 8. We need 1 more for the magic. 1 more. So there's no point doing it yet. Because we really want to do this when, you know, we can awaken it. The part of the Waterveil. No use taking an extra turn. We've got nothing else in hand. So he gets his other beast called servants down. Attack us for 2. Down to 1 card in hand, and we hope that it's not a negate or a clash of wills. If we can draw a land. Come on, land! Land! Right, so we'll take a chance. Take a chance. Has he got that clash of wills? No! Okay, that's pretty sweet then. Another land here would be great. Come on. Nagging Thoughts. So we'll attack him for 6. Get our opponent down. We will Nagging Thoughts here. And then we can part the Waterveil again. What should we take? We will take an island. Island, please. It's not letting us take it. Thank you. Oh. MTGO is being very slow today. So we'll play the island. And we will cast again. Take an extra turn. We get to draw another island. Get our opponent down again. So we do have Engulf the Shore, but obviously we don't want to do that. So we've got opponent to 8 and we have a 6/6 on board. And he's got something that doesn't untap. Okay. Maybe we should have waited so we could have played it again knowing he didn't have much in hand. What's he got now? Not a Gaia's Revenge. Is it a Gaia's Revenge? What have you got? Altered Ego. Okay. As an island with 4 counters. And we win. He made a mistake there and he clearly did not want to carry on. So we go to our sideboard here. I'm taking out the Prism Rings. Move to the sideboard and I'm bringing in the Thing in Ice now. Remove from the sideboard. Spell Shrivel. Does counter Altered Ego, which is obviously what his deck is. So we'll leave them in there and we'll go to the second game. Playing Simic Ego here. Simic Ego. So we're playing a lot of Civic decks this morning. Obviously very popular in the colours. Can we take down our first win? Sorry guys, I'm going to have a drink. Come on. Team TOTALmtg. Take them down. Right. We don't want to see any of those Gaia's Revenge. Yeah, guys, so I want all of you watching this. I want everyone to come in on Thursday. Probably going to do it about 7 or 8 PM UK time, but I will put up a little video where I'm going to do live stream on YouTube. So, come and join us. Come back, watch us battle some decks. We'll probably play a bit of Standard, a bit of Modern, or I might just stick to one deck. I'll see what decks I've got to play, which you haven't seen yet. So, we're into a decider here. And of course, if you're new to us watching this game, please subscribe. It helps us, build the channel. That would be great. So, we will pass the turn over. We have our little island there. We can't play anything, so we'll just yield it. Is he going to play his hasty guy? No. He's leaving up mana again. So, we will pass the turn. Hopefully anticipate at some point in this turn. Got his Beast Caller Servant. So we hope he hasn't got Dispel. Ooh. Well, we do need the land. Engulf the Shore is really good. Ooh, this is a hard one, really, because we do need the land. We've only got one land there, so we can put us to 3 land. But do we take Engulf the Shores? Then hopefully draw another land with Anticipate. Engulf the Shores is a pretty good card for us. We're going to take the Engulf the Shores. That's it. Put the rest of the bottom in any order. It's a case there to take the land, but... Is he attacking in? No, which means he's got negate. So we're right to play the Anticipate then. Part the Waterveil. Pass the turn over. So we do have a negate. And we have Anticipate. So he could play another Traverse here maybe. Gets him another land out. Could force out his Clash or his negate. He's attacking in with the Beast Caller Servant. So we will try and dig out one of his counter spells. Hopefully not, because it would be nice to have the Anticipate. Oh, well, there's our land. We got a choice of 3 land. So we'll take one of them. Draw a land. Draw the next land. Not really getting to jam our Jace's Sanctums really so far in these games. Playing a bit cagey here. Oh, stretch my back. Beast Caller Servant. Okay. So could attack us for 2. Wait, oh, he's keeping that up because he's obviously got a negate in hand. We could part the Waterveil here to get his negate. Do an Engulf the Shore, sorry, to get his negate out of his hand. Because then next turn we can pour over the pages. So let's get him to do it. And there it is. Was it Clash or Negate? Which one you're playing? Clash? That's a creature spell. Have one to add anything to your colour to add a creature. So what's he doing? Another creature spell? You can't do anything. What's he got? Is he putting another creature, is it? You can only cast a creature spell. Can't do a negate. So they both go back. So he's tapping to add the mana so we can add another creature down. He's got double blue down. which I think he wanted to add green there, I would have thought, maybe to play it again. So maybe our opponent mucks up there. He has to discard, so he's discard a glint. So we will play that. We won't Days Undo. We will play this, and it leaves us up mana for negate as well. Untap. Oh, we draw a thing in ice. Discard a card. Ooh, we really need the lands. Do we want Days Undoing? No, we don't want Days Undoing. We'll get rid of Days Undoing this time. And we'll play our thing in ice. Here we go. Thing in ice is on board. Pass the turn over. We won't just whiz through this, because obviously he's got a haste guy. But I won't be blocking anyway, to be honest. Is he not playing it? Is he worried now? Is he leaving up spells? Maybe leaving up Clash of Wills now? Because he obviously could have played his haste guys. Alright. So we'll play. Let's lead off with Anticipate, because it means we've got a negate there. And negate is double trigger. Negate. We negate is negate. He can Clash of Wills for one. He could have another negate. Yeah, he's got another negate. We don't mind that. We obviously do mind not drawing a card, but we're just drawing those spells out of his hands, ready for the part of the Waterveils and the Pore over pages. And we get 2 triggers on Thing and Ice, which is nice as well. He could have a handful of counter spells though. You never know, TOTALmtg fans. So, come on. Thing and Ice, ready to flip. He won't want to play his creatures now. So, small spell, Engulf the Shore. Not really what we want at the moment. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pore over pages. Has he got another counter spell? So he can Clash for 3. Clash of Wills for 3 would stop us. Spell Shrivel, which he hasn't. Ooh, maybe he's saving for something else. Discard a card. Right. Oh, no, this is interesting because Jace's Sanctum is what we really need. Thing in Ice is brilliant. We got 4, we got 7. We don't really want to discard that. This is hard. Engulf the Shores. Engulf the Shores is now going to hit our creatures, which is not brilliant. We'll get rid of Engulf the Shores. Might be completely wrong there. I'll try and hopefully play a Jace's Sanctum. Would be really good for us if we can resolve this. Be really good. Yes, that's pretty sweet for us. He's probably getting ready to counter the part of the Waterveils, to be honest. Oh, no! Display of Dominance. Does that do? What does that do? Destroy target blue or black non-creature. Okay. So I was wondering for a minute. I thought it's blue permanent. I was wondering why I didn't kill the Thing in Ice, but that is why. So we can go up to 8. It would be lovely if we could do this, you know, with the land. Boom, boom, boom. Get it to attack. Get that to attack. And we take down the match, guys. Our first win with the mono blue. He had nothing, obviously. We would have managed to flip that next turn, take an extra turn, and whip him in for the win. So, guys, let's go on to our next match with this. Let's play this guy's open. Let's play Bergotti. So, we took down Simic Ego there. Lucky for us, he didn't see a Gaia's Revenge, which was pretty good. And hopefully we'll play something other than Simic now. So, we've got 2 lands. We've got Nagging Thoughts, Anticipate, Prison Ring. Yeah, we'll be keeping this. It's not a bad hand. Would ideally like another land, and maybe not the rye, but hey. Oh, different colour at last. Black. Come on. This is what we like. So let's play our Prism Ring. And name blue. Get some land in there. Get some get some blue permanency and gain us some land. Come on. So, what type of deck are we playing? Blue-red. Rakdos. Is it another speedy little deck? So, Rakdos Vampire. So it could be a Madness deck. Possibly. Right. Play that. Let's play a Nagging Thoughts and start gaining a bit of life, which is always good against red. And we will take the land, because we need some more land, guys. And we'll pass the turn over. So Engulf the Shores could be really good in this matchup. And also getting rid of graveyards. Days Undoing could be good. Shuffling them back in. What have we got? What have we got? Tormenting Voice. Madness, yeah, so it's going to do 3 damage to us and draw some cards, which is pretty sweet. So we can anticipate next turn. We don't really want to fit his hand back up. Unless he discards loads of cards. Come on. Right. Pour over the pages. So we'll play that. We will pass the turn. Play and anticipating his turn. Don't think he's running stuff like Duresses and stuff like that. Could probably do with another Prism Ring here, actually, you know, because he's going to be hitting us quite a lot with the Madness and playing cheat spells to do loads of damage to us. We do have an Engulf the Shore, so he's tapping out. What's he tapping out for? Strummit Mentor. So what does this do? Enter the battlefield, put a 1/1 counter in for each. Put a 1/1 counter on another target vampire you control. Okay, so let's just anticipate. Gains us a life. What do we get? Hydrolash or Jace's Sanctum looks pretty good. We'll take that. Hydrolash is pretty good as well, but Jace's Sanctum really helps us out a lot. Because we've got big spells. To be honest, probably going to have to Engulf the Shore soon, because he could get, you know, he's going to do a lot of damage soon. So next turn, he's potentially coming in for 4, 6, discard a card. Could come in for 8, that's a bit risky. Maybe wait to see if he plays something else with haste, and then we can Engulf the Shores. And obviously if he discards a card, makes Ravenous go down a bit. So wait to see what he does. He's tapping out, which is nice. So he has that, which has haste, which is good for us. So now we will Engulf the Shores, send them all back. Such a good card, Engulf the Shores. Engulf Shore, so we gain life, go back to 17, send all the creatures back to his hand. Hopefully he won't rage quit. And he's a decent player. Lovely. Okay. So, another land. We're going to get Jace's Sanctum online now. Gains us another life. Means the instant sorceries can cost us less, which is better for us. Could have done Pore over pages there, but I want to get this online. So we can do that. Come on. So, we're playing Rakdos. Rakdos Madness on this deck. So we're playing definitely a variety of decks at the moment. Each player discards it. Each opponent who discards a card. Oh, so what is this? At the beginning of each upkeep, each player discards a card. Each opponent who discards a card that shared a card type with the card you discarded is 3 life. Oh no. Well, it makes our Rise the Tides bigger. That's about it. Let's play this for 4, and we get to untap 2. We get to scry, gain a life, and then we get to scry. Land, put to the bottom. Okay, draw 3 cards, untap 2 lands. Here we go, discard a card. I'm going to discard the Days Undoing, I don't want that. We could do another Pore over pages. Here we go. So this is where now we start wheeling through our deck, guys. This is what, you know, this is a good opportunity to see what the deck can do. We're getting ready to do a big... Oh, I quite like that, actually. Because then we've got 2 there, and we can discard 1 when we have to discard. So untap 2 lands. Discard a card. So we can discard... Ooh, what do we want to discard? Something to make. We're discarding Engulf the Shore, so we still got 1 left. We can anticipate. We can do that in his turn. So we're back up to 20 life, and we have a lot of cards in there, so we have to discard a card now. So each opponent has to discard a card. If it shares a card type, so we discard a land. Murderous Compulsion. Okay, destroy target attack creature, which we haven't got. So we pass the turn, so it gives us even more in there, which makes the Rise on the Tides even bigger now, which is good. And we're going to play an Anticipate as well. Okay, plays his Ravenous Bloodseeker. And is in an Indulgent Vampire. So maybe this is more of a Vampires deck, to be honest. We'll call it Rakdos Vampires. So, oh, we only had to tap 1 there. Anticipate. So we can actually play 2 Anticipates. I forgot it's going to cost us 1 less, isn't it? So, land... Bottom. See what we get. Nagging Thoughts, land. Take the Nagging Thoughts. Okay. Put them to the bottom. Then we can play another Anticipate. And do some more. Get to scry. Gain another life, up to 22 now. I'm going to put that on top. Now I've got that card. See what else we draw. Jace's Sanctum. We've already got 1 of them. We're going to take a land. Okay. Put them to the bottom in any order. Part of the Waterveil would be lovely here. Our opponent is deciding what to do. So we can get a pretty big Rise on the Tides down there. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we can get 10 down next turn. The only thing that really kills with this deck is obviously when you're playing black. Languish. Languish is really bad for us. He has sent us a message. Waiting for Rise on the Tides. not capitals. Bit aggressive. So here we go. He knows what's coming. He knows the deck. It's no secret. Come on. We are still waiting. Come on, he's waiting for Rise from the Tides. He could obviously just rage quit here. This is what some people do, but you're never quite sure. Here we go. Okay. So we will play the land. We could play Jace's Santon, cost 2 less. Certainly can do that, but I think we'll play a Nagging Thoughts for 1. Probably should have played the Prism there actually first as well. Never mind. Bottom. Okay. Part the Waterveil, please. Engulf the Shores. No, we're not really interested in Engulf the Shores. We'll take the land. Play the Prism now. Played that a bit backwards there. Name blue. Play the Rise from the Tides. Gain some life. Of course, if he doesn't run Languish or anything like that, he might quit here. Unless he can deal with that sort of power. But he does have 5 cards in hand. He has sent us a message, guys. It was good to counter them, if you know. Say Languish is good. You know, he's a fair... I like it when people are like that on the chat. You do get some right idiots on there, and I'm sure you guys find that as well. You know. So it's pretty... You know, I like it when people have a chat and stuff like that, and they don't just automatically quit. I mean, he might quit now. But, you know, that's fair. Fair props to you, Bugatti. So, at the beginning of each upgrade, player discards a card, so we will discard our island here. Keep the Engulf the Shores. We could get rid of Engulf the Shores, but you never know. You never know what we need. Discard a card. We will discard a land. So I'm glad we got to see a big Rise from the Tides while I've been, you know, recording this. I hope you've enjoyed this sort of session, what we're doing. You know, this is a totally different way for me to play, sort of doing a deck tech and then just jamming loads of games in. Sort of get me in practice, ready for streaming for the sessions that I'm going to do on that. So you have to make sure you check in for them. They'd be really cool. I want to start doing Twitch, but I don't think my upload speeds are quick enough. It seems to be okay on YouTube when I tested the other day. But it doesn't seem, I don't know, Twitch, it just doesn't seem to be good enough. So he's got lots of Languish, lots of madness triggers here. So what we ideally need to draw, we've not gone near, you know, we had 1 part Waterveil at the start, so maybe we should have kept hold of that. But it's not really what we needed at the time, but probably should have kept it. But at the moment, barring a Languish or something like that, you know. I mean, that guy saying he's come up against this a lot. I've played a lot of MTG Standard, and I don't think I've ever come across this deck. So maybe I've just missed it. Obviously, there's billions of players, but I've never come across this deck. I mean, I don't know if you guys have come across this deck a lot. Oh, that's perfect. That's part of the Waterveil. So we can cast it for rate, but we haven't got that. So we're going to have to do that next turn. We could do it now. We could attack in and do it without. possibly could be the way to do it, actually. You know, not worry about the getting the awaken. So we could attack all in here. He can kill one of them. Guy sent us a message here now. Just saying that, you know, language is quite expensive on tickets, which it is. But, you know, it's such a good card, language and language. You know, that's why it's expensive. So he's going to manage to block here and kill a few, but we're going to get through with quite a lot of creatures here. No, don't see why he's going to double block one. Might as well block there. So we're going to get through with quite a lot. And then we will play our part the Waterveil. Get to take an extra turn. So that is game. Guy sent us a message. Good game. What a nice chap. Really like this chap. Very nice. This is what you want at MTGO. You know, less of the twats that are out there. You get someone like this that he knew he was beat probably, but you know he was just like offering it. You know, can you get a bit of advice? Can you tell me what would be good against it? Obviously, I've got no problems with telling him what's good against the deck. You know, this is my deck. I'm not playing in a competition. I'm playing for fun. So you know, it's not the only way the deck can win. It can win with, obviously, like I said, with the part of the Waterveils. That is the plan. So, as you can see, but I'm glad you got to see what the deck can do, guys. So, basically, now we can just attack all in for the win. And we have taken down this game. But you can see, like, it does take quite a long time to go through the deck, but it is still fun. You know, if this is your type of deck, some people won't like this. Some people like haste aggro decks. That's fair enough. I like playing this type of deck. So, we will go on the sideboard. Hopefully, he won't quit. If he does, he has quit, because obviously he had no way to deal with that. So, guys, I think I will end this video here. We played some nice matches. We played Simic Ramp. We played Simic Ego deck, and we just played like a Rakdos Madness Vampire deck. You got to see how the deck won. You know, we lost the first game, but we ended up, you know, taking down and winning a couple of matches. It's been quite a long time. Been playing probably for over an hour. So I needed to go and replenish my voice so I can go and record some more videos. So guys, like I said, look out for the new series that's coming up, which will be Budget Modern Tribal. Go and check out that video on there with the, like I did the introduction to it. Leave in the comments what you want to, you know, what tribal decks you want to see. It is on a bit of a budget, so, you know, I will be making decks, so hopefully they'll appeal to everyone. And don't forget, I will be doing a little introduction thing for our live stream that will be coming up on YouTube. So I want all you guys to come and follow. Tell your friends, share the videos, do everything like that as you normally do for me. You're all great. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys soon. Cheers, guys.